like, come out right now, and like, I'm like, fuck this, I'm not, you know, like, I just broke into a government building, like, I'm not coming out. So then he leaves, and like, I didn't realize at the time, but they must have gotten shit scared because like somebody breaking into a high school in the middle of the night means like gunmen or I'm gonna blow up your school. Nowadays, you know. Like 20 years ago, I'd been like, you fucking kid. Like, get the fuck out of here. But now it's like, damn terrorists. You know. So like he leaves and I'm like, oh, scot-free. And then 3 more fucking cars show up and I'm like, oh my god. So I like walk into the music room from the auditorium. You're like following me through this, right?
Yeah.
And I like sneak under, all the windows are open, so I like bend down. Oh, that's where all the cars are parked, like outside the music room. And I get to that long hallway with a door, and I'm standing there and I see the shadow of somebody holding a gun, not with one hand, with 2 hands, standing at the door of the music room, and I'm like, I need to get the fuck out. Like, this is getting so serious, and I did not want it to get this serious. So I like run back into the auditorium, hide in the closet where they keep all like the audio gear, like I just closed myself in the closet. And like 6 cops start raiding the auditorium from every direction. And like, I don't know why they weren't like, no, well look in this closet, that's man-sized. You know? they're like checking behind the seats, like as if I would sit in a seat and be like, oh, welcome. I'm just watching a play. Thanks for joining me. You know, like obviously I'm gonna fucking hide. So then all 6 of them ditch it. So I'm like, okay, now I have 6 cops scared of me.
Oh god.
So then I'm standing there in the back of the auditorium, like where the double doors are. You know, I'm standing there and I'm like, oh shit, like what do I do now? And then all of a sudden, okay, you know the stage where there's the door on the left that leads to the main hallway? I start hearing shit like, you know, and I'm like, what is that? And then barking, and they're like, come!
Oh my god!
This is the Freetown police, come out with your hands up, or like, we're gonna send in the dogs after you. So all of a sudden I get an image of my head of like little scrawny me getting mauled by cop dogs.
Right, dude.
And I'm like, shaking.
Oh, no.
And just for some reason, I like peek through the auditorium doors. And in my head, this is how I'm playing it. Like, I'm gonna casually walk through these doors and like pretend that I was locked in the school. So I like casually walk through the doors and I don't see anyone. I'm like, okay. And I tiptoe to the front entrance and I'm like, oh nice. And I push on the door and it's locked. And like they seriously fucking like locked me in this place.
Oh, no escape, dude.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, like yeah. So I'm like, okay, choir room. And you know how in some of the doors, if you like grab the handle and rip it upwards, it breaks the lock. So like break the lock into the choir room. So I'm like, okay, I have some time. And I like walk down to where the doors that lead outside. The left one's locked. Jog on over to the right one, and it's like magically unlocked, and I open it up and I just see a clear parking lot, and I don't even look. I just fucking run the fastest I've ever run in my entire life across the entire Apponequet parking lot, jump that little fake fence, cross the road into people's backyard and into the woods, and Andy comes and picks me up. We drive by an hour later, there's like 8 cops there circling the school with like their like headlights on this school, and we were like, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Dude. Oh my god.
And the next morning I wake up and I'm like, that did not happen. You know what I mean? Like okay in movies, but in real life you don't get away from police dogs. You don't get away from police dogs.
No, dude. Oh
and
my
I just
god.
was like,
You're good, dude. That's fucking.
So I tell like a little like side note to that story. I tell Abe this story, and he was like,